Hello, everybody. This is Mary Neal. Mary Loves Justice online. I'm going to show you a film that they prevented from going to YouTube before. It only went to my Google Drive. Let's go for it. Hi, I'm Mary Neal. Mary Loves Justice is my online name. I'm trying to get something right here. And you know what I'm trying to share? I'm trying to share this article. 10 facts about the Arab enslavement of black people not taught in schools. It's by the Atlanta Black Star. Now, the Atlanta Black Star is a media. This is not new information, hackers. You didn't know it. Other people know it, that the Arabs were very involved in the enslavement of black people. In fact, there are still black people being sold by Saudi Arabians, as I understand it. So what's new about that? You didn't know it. So here I am at Google, and I'm having trouble getting to share it. See, this is my cursor. I'm clicking here. Listen to the click. And they don't want the people at Google Plus to know that the Arabs sold black people, and they still sell them. 10 facts about the Arab enslavement of black people that's not taught in school by the Atlanta Black Star. This is not news. It's probably a very interesting article. I think that I should have freedom of speech to share it. But, I don't really think they're trying to hide the information. The truth is, I think they don't want Mary Neal to share it. They don't want me to share any information that would bring attention to Mary Neal. Why? Because they murdered my brother. That's all. They murdered Larry Neal. They're doing slavery in America right now. They're doing slavery in Saudi Arabia right now. They're doing slavery many places. It's human trafficking. It's ugly, and they know it's ugly. To secretly arrest a mentally ill black man like my brother and murder him. But increasingly, that's what happens to people in a so-called efficient nation. People are enslaved. People are arrested and killed. Those things happen. And they don't happen to blacks only. It's not only blacks that these things happen to. But they do happen. And the only way to help make sure that we're not going to have to repeat history is to learn about it, talk about it, expose and oppose oppression. Oh, by the way, today is the anniversary of the Statue of Liberty coming to America from France. I'm trying to get a chance to show you that the United Nations unveils a stunning memorial in New York to the millions who were in the slave trade here. Millions who were killed and sacrificed in the slave trade to create America's riches. That's by the Atlanta Black Star also. And as I said, it's not only black people who were enslaved. Don't forget the Irish slaves. These are the forgotten white slaves. Irish people. we're very close to the third anniversary of Darren Rainey's murder that went without prosecution so far. He's the man who was showered to death in a scalding hot shower. They showered the skin off his bones. Guards, we saw them pull him into the shower, but there have been no prosecution so far. And so we're going to see. I'm not able. I'm clicking. They don't want people at Google Plus to know, or perhaps they don't want them to know from me, that the Atlanta Black Star has an article regarding Arabs and the African slave trade. You're not supposed to know that. 10 facts about the Arab enslavement of black people that are not taught in schools. And as I said, I recently read about some Muslims selling blacks on eBay. I really did. So I know that when Saudi Arabians came to America recently, I think they were in New York City. I'm not sure. I think it was New York or Washington, D.C. It was one. I think it was New York, though. They said they were arranging transportation for them. And they said they didn't want any black cab drivers. No blacks. No blacks, please. When I was selling cable TV, I went to Ansley Park, which is a very beautiful neighborhood near Midtown, right there in Midtown, Atlanta. And when I stepped up on this man's porch, he said, no blacks on my porch, please. No blacks. So that's where I got that little phrase. Canada has an alliance that's going to end homeless, aims to house 20,000 by 2018. That's very good. Whereas in America, we know that rent control has expired for New York City. So we expect lots more homeless in America. This is a visitation fund for Nico Albanese. He was dying in solitary confinement, and that's in Florida. His mother was giving visits with him once a week. He sits in a solitary cell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at least 23 hours a day. He had lost down to just 120 pounds because he was not motivated to eat. And furthermore, he went into a catatonic crisis. Catatonic crisis make people just sit and stare and be completely introverted. They have no face expressions, nothing reaches them. They just sit there and stare. And he's been in a crisis before. So when he was starving himself to death and going in that catatonic crisis, they finally allowed his mother, Heather Chapman, to start visiting him on Fridays. So now this young man, Nico, sits in his cell 23 hours a day from Saturday through Thursday, knowing that on Fridays, he'll get to see his lovely mother, talk to her. He doesn't have to sit in his cell all day, all night on Friday. He'll have company. But she needs your help. She needs you to help